Welcome to High Tech Moda's Eye on Fashion series. I'm your host, Denise Pereau, and our focus is on information throughout the globe on what's happening in fashion and sustainability and in all the emerging markets, creating fashion news every day. And today we're with Chona, who is the founder of Milano, direct from Milan, Italy. And we're also connecting to her partners who are brothers, Andreas and Martin Volkmer. They're coming to us from Frankfurt, Germany. So this is a great time for us to be able to share information with you about what's happening in these markets, especially in these uncertain times. So first, I'd like to talk to Chona. Chona is an amazing designer. She's also started a modeling school, a modeling company agency in Milano, and she's just right in the pulse of the fashion industry in Milan, Italy, which is a huge market. Chona, welcome.
Hi, Denise. Thank you so much. How are you?
So nice to have you here. So let's learn a little bit about you. How did you get your start in the fashion industry?
Actually, I started as I founded my modeling agency in 2016 just to get connected because I was new in Milan and I was in the right place, you know, when it comes to fashion. So it was very hard for me to get into the circle, just a newcomer from Asia, and then just jump in right away. So I founded my modeling agency in 2016, and then the reception of people was overwhelming. It was like an overnight, I don't know, it's like
an overnight success.
Success, yeah, I love that word. And then I manage models, talents, and as well as designers. So I was traveling with designers' collections internationally to showcase their designs. And then I said to myself, why don't I launch my own brand? I grew up in a four corners of my mother's tailoring shop. I was born there, I was raised there. And
it's in the blood.
Tailoring
and sewing is in the blood for you.
Yeah, in fact. And I didn't have a formal fashion designing school. It's all self-taught. It was my mother's, you know, like everything that I need to learn. She taught me everything. So I just take everything on, and I said, okay, it's time for me to make my mom proud, because she didn't want me to study designing, because she said you will never get rich of studying designing. She wants me to study finance, which I followed her advice. So I said, this finance is not my field, and I have something in me that, you know, like telling me, okay, this is what makes you happy. So after 2016, I was traveling with designers collections, and 2018, I said, I have to do something for myself. And I launched my brand 2018, unofficial 2018.
Unofficial.
I like for me to have a try. How would people will react? And I was so brave. I brought 60 collections from all made of natural fabrics from the Philippines, made by local weavers from there, made of pineapple, banana, and other natural organic fabrics. So I brought 60 collections to London Fashion Week, and then it was like, I don't know how to say it. It's like
success.
Yes, it's like everyone was calling my name on that day. I didn't expect that. So I said, wow, I can really do this.
What a story.
I have the power to do this. I wanted to be not just a designer, but I want to be an inspiration to
This is
everyone.
A great message. Excuse me for interrupting, but this is a great message for young designers that are watching you today and during this interview, that if you believe you can. And if you have a passion for something, you can run with that passion and you can become So this is a
Absolutely.
great inspiration here. I love what you're saying. So
Thank you.
as a woman, you felt no obstacles, right? You
No
just went and
obstacles
did
at
it. That was it.
all. No obstacles at all. Women are stronger, double than men. Sorry,
Well,
guys.
let's not go
I,
there. Let's
when
not
it
go there
comes
because we could talk about that for 2 hours.
when it comes to, I mean, I didn't find any difficulties as a woman. For me, it was more of an advantage because I find myself like I was creative in all ways, and then men are not threat for me. What really threatened me at first was how to be on that level of those designers that have been in the business for a long time. They're stable, and I was competing with them, same stage with all these people who's been there for 20, 30 years.
Well, congratulations on your success. And then
Thank
you
you,
have a
thank you.
modeling agency. Now you have a design company, and then you connect with your fabulous partners. And I'd like to
Yes, that's right. And then 2019, I got connected with Andreas. We launched the brand officially. Okay, we have to do this. He believes so much in the brand, in our designs, and our vision and mission. We're not just a designer, but we are more. We care for the nature, for the people, for for everything. It's more of loving of what we
you,
do.
you,
And
you seem like you have this open heart that's trying to connect to the world and being the best you could be on every level with sustainability and everything. Let's bring your partners on. I'd like to introduce to you Andreas and Martin Volkmer. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello from Frankfurt.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hi.
Frankfurt, Germany. That's unbelievable. It looks like you're in the Caribbean.
It looks like.
Who's your other partner back there?
Oh, this is Bronchi. We are here in the Bro office, and this is our Milano monkey. Hi
hi,
guys, I'm Bronchi.
Hi, Bronchi. Nice to have you with us on the conversation. Everybody needs a mascot for their company.
yeah,
He
yeah.
stay here. He's representing our sustainable Milano hoodie as like no one else could do.
So this is one of the things that High Tech MODA is so supportive of, is all the designers, the emerging designers that are working in the sustainability vertical, especially with the directives from the UN on sustainability practices. So tell us a little bit about your commitment to sustainability, Martin. How do you govern all the best practices for Milano with their fashion designs?
Of course, it's a pleasure. So, I mean, as
Thank
you heard from Chona, no, like when she started, she was really focusing on, she started to focus on sustainability with choosing all that natural fibers you mentioned. And I think when those two guys started with their business, that was something which captured my attention as well. I was always in discussions with those two, being asked for my opinion, being interested in what they were doing. And I was like, okay, that's so interested, the approach in especially sourcing sustainable materials to compete in the market, to be different in high fashion, to present that approach to high fashion, that we at the end decided, okay, let's go into a partnership as well. And that got me the title Chief Sustainability Officer at the end, which I think is more or less unique a bit in the industry. So I'm glad to have that. And when it comes to the approach, I think it's mainly about really applying a holistic sustainability approach into the whole business model and processes we have as a brand. What we want to do, what we are aiming at, is to bring the ESG factors into the fashion industry and into our company. That means integrating environmental and especially social criteria to everything we do. So this is all about sourcing sustainable fabrics and materials, applying really certifications and processes that are really fair to everyone involved in the whole manufacturing process, and really treating like all our customers, talents, workers in a very fair way and showing esteem and respect to them. That's the holistic approach.
So that's wonderful. And I think that a lot of the designers globally are starting to, work with recycled fabrics, and they're being more conscientious when it comes to producing their lines. How is it for a small design house to be able to get the sources that you need to create an entire collection? Because I understand that there's, since some of the big dogs are going out there and buying up all the materials and everything, it's harder for the smaller design houses to step up to the plate and, follow that passion to, protect the earth.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and at some point you always have to start, right? And I think if you don't have the market power than others do, you have to be clever and smart, and to apply perhaps some new ways, digital ways, to even in this time now, right? In a time where we cannot travel around the world, to really make sure that we achieve the people we want to achieve. So our sustainable suppliers and our customers that aim for buying that product, and to connect with them via, for example, digital platforms, relying on official certifications and so on. That is, I think, something we incorporate, and which we really do, and to try to be always one step ahead.
That's awesome. So you guys have a certification process that you go through to, validate your position as sustainable designers, correct? Pretty much.
We are working on it. Yes, at the moment we have no specific certification, but for us it's important not only to have a common certification for our products or for our approach. So we would like to define for ourselves, for Milano, what are really these criteria we want to focus on, and that really are connecting to us. So what we do, what our business model.
Okay. One last question before I get back to Chona, and we didn't forget you over there, Chona.
No.
How did you guys meet? We didn't forget you either, Bronchi. How did you guys actually meet? Because I don't think that was really clear in the original question that I had. So how did you and Chona get together and create this partnership?
Sure.
Andre will answer.
Chona, do you want to answer?
You answer, Andre.
I answer.
Yeah, more structured.
It's all structured. Okay. Now, how we got connected was it was in Milan, and my first task was to model for Chona.
Oh,
so
that makes sense. I get that now.
Yeah.
I think that was the story, and then we just thought that we realized that we have many we have the same moral standards,
You have the same passion, and when you meet somebody like that, that's a click. And I think it's kind of a divine intervention. That's a divine intervention when you meet somebody in your life like that and you connect. So congratulations on your partnership and everything.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Let's move on to a few questions for you, Chona, because I'd like to ask specifically what's happening in Milan.
As we all know, Milan is world's fashion capital when you talk about big brands and everything. And Milan is my home base. I have everything here. I have people around me here. So about the fall fashion weeks, that I'm not so sure. We are the whole team. We are all ready. Anytime that we are allowed to showcase our sustainable collections, we are in it. Nothing could stop us. But what matters the most for us is the safety of our team, of the people, and we want to make sure that we are not, crossing the line. And so, any
question about that. Sorry for the interruption. So, what is the alternative for you and your partners if Fashion Week does not happen in the fall? Are you going to a digital platform, or are you going to show in other cities? What's your alternative universe? What do you think?
Our alternative could be now we have our online store going. We have a few collections right now over there, our 100% organics, but there will be more designs coming. So if there's no way that we could travel to showcase our design, I think we will do it more of the online and digital and virtual. They said it virtual, but We would like to be like on the run.
Okay.
And we started some campaigns. We started to search more sustainable. To search for social medias, and we found not only the common social media, some other platforms to showcase not only our fashion, but to get connected our models with our fashion and to give them the opportunity to represent themselves. So we had some campaigns called "Make Sure It's M." So everyone is
Yeah.
taking
Sorry to
pictures,
interrupt.
is doing
Sorry to
M.
interrupt, Denise.
Interrupt, please. This
Andreas is
is
also
Make sure it's them. I love that.
yeah, make sure it's M. He's also a music artist. Yeah, M Milano. Denise, I forgot to mention to you that Andreas is also a music artist. Every time we showcase our collections, we never use anyone's music except for our what do you call this? Our own music that was composed by Andreas.
That
This
is
was different as
wonderful.
well.
So
Yeah.
this is really a group of artists converging. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not even just like you meet and have a passion that you share. It's that it's
Mhm.
true artistry coming together, and that's what's making your brand distinct from others. So I congratulate you all on that. And
Thank you.
this
Thank
is so
you
wonderful.
so much.
Been sharing with us. It's great information for our viewers on what's happening.
And yeah, and also, sorry to interrupt. I also wanted to highlight how high tech MODA changed our life, like as a group.
How you connected? How did you connect with High Tech MODA?
High tech MODA, I heard it. I heard a lot of beautiful words from a co-designer. Yeah, she said to me because we were looking for shows that are really like worth, like not only we wanted to connect to more people, we wanted to have that connection to not only to our brand, to showcase our brand, but we want to have like I don't know.
People.
I'm a people person. I love people, and so my co-designer said she was talking a lot of beautiful things about high tech MODA, and then we're so honored and really blessed that they allowed us to showcase three what do you call this, Andre? Three collections. Our mini, we call it Majestics, and for the female teens, we call it Celestial, and for our man's collection, it's Evocative. So
that you couldn't have connected with a better company to work with, because they're
yes.
all about sustainability. And I love, like I've commentated on the red carpet for them, and I was actually in New York in February and September. So I'm sorry that I didn't meet you personally.
I know, we were so
yeah, but the thing that's so great is that they not only have the designers showcasing their collections, they have vendors that support the brands that are there, the supply chain initiative, and some of the artists from South America, from Europe, from California, and they're all showing brands that are curated specifically for the sustainability vertical, which is amazing. So let's talk a little bit about your collections. You have some really great images, and I want to talk a little bit about, you have 3 collections that you work on every season.
Yeah. My forte, my strength is for kids. I am, but I realized no, it's not only for kids. So now you can do everything. So the Majestic collections, if you could see, it's a very colorful. It's a very vibrant colors and very colorful. We call it Majestic collections, but for me it's the story of my life, like how I started, where I grew up. You could see blue represents water, you could see green represents forest, and red represents my heart. and it's all, every color represents of something in my life. And the finale dress, the yellow one, yeah, we call it the mango dress. Mango, because I live in Guimaras Island, where the sweetest mango in the world came from. So wherever I go, I always bring my whole island with me. So yeah, we showcase Majestics for children, and then Celestial for adults, female, and they're all like we're using sustainable fabrics this time. And Martin and Andre will talk about our evocative, those for
men.
Men's collection, yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Okay. Martin will talk about it. Martin.
Hello. Yeah, should I start?
Yeah, you can start.
Let me just give you two, three sentences on it. Yeah, so the evocative line you saw in New York, right? The suits we were all wearing, male models. They are. And what makes it really special, and what is the sustainability approach as well, is that the patterns you see, they are traditional patterns from special parts of where Chona is from, of course, from the Philippines. And the fibers, the material used, is like mainly it's natural fibers planted in an organic way, so more sustainable than many others. And they are made individually, like with a hand loom, and they are made really like handmade. So which demands a lot of effort, but makes them really like appearing like they are, right? Like,
and they're very wearable, those types of fabrics. They last a lot longer than the synthetics, and they don't get that ugly shine on them.
Yes.
You have yeah.
Yeah, okay, Martin, before I will forget.
No, just go ahead.
Be honest,
I love this energy.
We always do like this before I forget. Aside from our sustainability, like we care about the environment, we care about everything that surrounds us. We also give a job opportunity for self-supporting students back in the Philippines that who could not afford to support themselves, and so we give them the job. And for us, that's also a big success for us.
Well, life is full circle, and you really epitomize that kind and caring, that compassion, and the energy level is wonderful for all three of you. And you can see why this partnership is going to continue to be a great success. And we really appreciate you being here today. Thank you for sharing all this information with our viewers, and we'll see you in New York, hopefully, in September.
Yes, yeah. Andre, would you like to add a little bit more? I'm sorry, I cut you earlier.
No, thank you. Amazing, Chona. You were great, like every time.
So
I really like to listen to your voice every day. And it's so great.
We all love Bronchi. Could you
Oh,
give
Bronchi.
to the viewers?
Maybe Bronchi would like to have some additional sentences. Bronchi. I mean, he's
Bronchi, stay safe, Bronchi. We're all wishing you the best.
Yeah, and Denise, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much to Brenda as well, and Pam for organizing all this. I know I'm stuck. I'm still stuck in Milan. The situation is better, but still not perfect. I'm still in the quarantine. I'm afraid to go out, not because of whatever, but just to protect myself. And we will overcome this. Milan will go back to life. I mean, the whole world.
I think so too. I think that, it's just, we're going to be living life a little bit differently than we did before, but that won't stop our energy, our passion, and our connection to other human beings on a global basis. So
thank
you again. I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of you guys.
Okay, we do it. And Martin.
That's perfect.
Thank you
Thanks again so much.
And we hope that you get all the information that you need and everything.
It's perfect.
We will.
I would just like to take this minute to thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks for sharing your energy, your passion, and everything about your collections. We look forward to seeing the future, whatever that may bring for you and your company. Thank you, Chona. Thank you, Martin, and thank you, Andreas, and of course, thank Bronchi. We appreciate being here.
Thanks a lot from our side.
It was really a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much, Denise.
Okay, we'll see you again.
Of course.
Hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Bye.